since I've done a DIY video, and I've painted one of my storage containers. I'll show a picture here. And then I decided that I was going to paint another one that I have, because they're both sitting on my desk, and I wanted them to be a lighter color, and then my desk is black, so, you know. Whereas this little guy is already black, and it seems like a lot, so I want to brighten it up a little bit. So I figured I would show you how I did it, because I'm going to do it exactly the same way that I did my last storage container. She's literally watching me paint. You're silly. So I took out the drawers. So we're not going to worry about the drawers. We are going to paint the knobs, but I'll get to that later. I have cleaned it down and dried it off. So that way it's not, you know, dirty. You don't want to paint on a dirty surface. And because this original color is so dark, we are going to apply... Oh, Lizzi. Not the whole thing, obviously, but we are going to apply some white paint to it first, and it doesn't have to be a perfect coating. We just want more white than black. For the knobs, I'm going to be using this white nail polish. No, not this one. This one is all but dried out. But anyways, the other one I have is from Simple Colors. It's from the Candy Johnson Pretty Vintage collection, and it is a matte white. And then this one, it's just a glitter confetti top coat. And then this is a quick dry, and it really is a quick dry top coat. The knobs will kind of look like, candy jawbreakers, which I thought was cute. To contrast the base being a robin's egg, blue-green, whatever you want to call it. I call it blue, some might call it green. And then you're going to need a small bowl when you get to this part. But we're not going to be getting to this part just yet. I have a mixer, because this is really gunky paint. I have a paintbrush and something to open the can with, my flathead screwdriver. So I'm gonna get started. You have the POV of my toilet paper rack. Just thought I'd let you know. This guy, yeah, it's really gross. But there is white underneath all of the oil. So, this is where you feel like a chemist. Now what I did with the last one, when painting it white, I just used what paint came on the stick instead of dipping the brush into the oily bit. Just take this and stick that there. I'm just gonna... Now, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want it to look more white than black, so that way we can get a really good, solid color payoff with the robin's egg. Dig into those crevices around the Sterilite logo, not logo. See how it's kind of streaky, but you can see more white than black? That's what we want, that's what we're doing. So anytime like the black is really peeking through, you want to try and cover it up. But in this section, it's kind of okay. It's really hot in my bathroom, by the way. It's very stuffy. No window, but I turned the overhead fan on once I'm done. This is actually going a little smoother than the last one. Because the last one had this like divot design in the top but this one's just completely flat, so that's nice. That makes things a lot easier. I'm not going to worry about the inside. I might paint the, I'm going to paint the inner portion just here, but I'm not going to worry about going all the way in. Just this. Just so, because that is just way too much effort, and honestly, nobody's going to see that because the drawers will be there. If you're a messy painter like myself, you're probably going to want to wear really old clothes that you don't care about. I'm wearing a Hello Kitty shirt that I do actually like, but I'm hoping that I don't get any white paint, any paint on the shirt. I'm going to change before I do the robin's egg because I'm probably going to end up getting robin's egg on my shirt. I want to get in the seams so it doesn't look weird. You want it to be seamless. Play on words there. Anybody else getting a Bob Ross sort of feel? We won't be painting any little trees. Any happy little trees. Sorry, Bob Ross. He has a Funko Pop figurine. That is so funny and cool to me. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to get it for my mom because she's a painter. Oh, that is so funny. I don't mind the streaky look. I think it gives character. Just such a cornball thing to say, but it's true. I've got a drop cloth down as well, by the way, which is also something I would strongly recommend. Unless you're doing it outside on, like, cement. Oh, jeez, I just stuck my fingers. Good job. Good job. I'm totally a professional about all things. Makeup, DIY, so professional. If you find yourself going over it a lot, then congratulations. You are a perfectionist like me. I'm going to finish doing this. You're going to let it dry, and if you feel like it needs another coat of white, you can do that too. Like if you really, really want it to be completely white, or maybe this is as far as you want to go with your painting, that's okay too. I don't think mine's going to need another coat. I think it's getting pretty covered. So we're going to finish this and let it dry, and then we'll continue with the robin's egg. So now with these drawers, I want to see if I can pop the handle out to make it easier to paint. What do you know? It worked. I'm going to clean them off with just a little rubbing alcohol for these guys, and then paint it. It's okay if it's a bit lumpy because it's supposed to look like a jawbreaker. So, although jawbreakers are kind of smooth, but still, it's supposed to look like a candy, so it's fine. Besides, the nail polish paint is a much thicker consistency than regular paint. So we've got these painted, and there's a top coat, so we're letting it set. That one's already installed. It's actually got my fingerprints in it because I tried to install it too soon and it was still squishy. So now, while we patiently wait on those two, I'm going to paint the container blue. I have my paint. This is one that's still got some left from painting the other container. These two haven't been touched yet. You want to make sure that you've got multi-surface paints. These were the biggest ones that Target had. And like I said, please mind my toilet. I do a lot of painting in here and dyeing my hair. So like I said, you want a little bowl. We will pour it out in a little bowl. You got a paintbrush. And I think I just dug my nail into that. Everything looks really good. We're going to start with the back this time. I'm just going to pour in what's left from this bottle. I don't even think I'm going to need to do multiple coats for this one. It looks so good. Yeah. We'll see. I had to do multiple coats, 2 coats for the last one, because the first bottle I opened, even though this one that I just emptied was the first bottle that I purchased initially, and then Mom, rightfully so, pointed out that I would probably need more bottles of it. So I went back and I got the other 3, and I opened one of the newer ones first, and it was really a lot thicker, not quite as smooth as this. So I had a lot of trouble maneuvering. So I had to go back and do a couple more coats. But we got it looking royal party. Some people call this like seafoam green. Target calls it robin's egg, which is probably very accurate. To me, it looks like Jasmine's outfit in Aladdin, which is probably why I love this color so much, because I fucking love Jasmine. She's my favorite. Of course, if you watch my channel at all, you probably know that. You can barely tell that I dinged it with my nail. I'm going to finish up and we're going to let it dry, and we'll be back when I do the primer. Or the setting. Well, it is technically called a primer, but it doesn't actually go on first. So priming is literally well, it's all pretty easy, but priming especially is pretty easy. I painted this like last year, and I still haven't primed it, which is why the door isn't on, because I haven't primed it. And I wanted to prime it before I reapplied the door. And again, by prime, I just mean a clear gloss. It seals and protects. It's an ultra cover basically, and you definitely want one that will hopefully not yellow. Fast drying, non-yellowing, UV resistant is apparently what it says on here. So far, it seems to not yellow, because the one I used when I did all that painting the other day, top coat, it did yellow, I noticed. Because I have another jewelry box that I painted it pink, and I noticed there was some kind of like when the paint dried, it didn't dry like this. It didn't look like this until after I put the final coat on, the final touch. Okay, this is nice and clear. If you have trouble like me sometimes seeing if you got all the spots or whatever, I like to shine it up into the light so the light catches on it, because it'll show you where this is like a dry sort of matte consistency, and this one is a shinier, glossier consistency, so you'll be able to tell what spots you hit and which ones you missed, which helps. And after we do this, we'll be done. I did end up putting, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did end up going back and doing the second coat of blue. And if you're wondering if I have another painting project lined up next, I do. It's going to be this, because I don't like the brass, copper, whatever it is. I'm going to paint it this color as well, since I still have some left. Why not? And it'll be a nice contrast in here with everything else. I did want to mention, it's tricky using these brushes for projects like these, because sometimes you get little hairs come out and get stuck in the paint. I've never used sponge paintbrushes, so I don't know if it'll be better. I've heard that it's like less streaky, so I imagine there's less fallout as well, but I also feel like it would absorb more paint into it because it's a sponge. That's what sponges do. So I guess to each their own. Okay, good on that one. I will top the jewelry box later. I still have to empty out the drawers because apparently I did still decide to put jewelry in it.